Hey everyone, welcome back to another Plan With Me. This is my first Plan With Me of 2019, which is pretty exciting. I'm planning for the week of December 31st through January 6th, and I'm using this kit from ScribblePrintsCo called Girls Eve. There's two different ScribblePrintsCo like New Year's Eve kits that came out this year, and I just loved this one so much because it screamed colorful and like hollow, and I just really wanted to use it. So I'm whiting out my bottom section as per usual and cutting my washi, and I'm using this Simply Gilded washi with a hollow bow. I don't know which one this is. I think it might be from a pre-sale potentially, but I'm not sure. It's like a gradient ombre-ish, like pinky purple, and with a hollow bow. I thought it would be absolutely perfect with this kit, and I really like the way it turned out, especially because the foil that I did bring in was hollow, like I've said 6 different times. But yeah, I really love this kit. I love the colors. They're really bright, and I thought it would be a really fun way to bring in the new year. I had a lot of box options. Not only did I have all of the boxes that were in the kit, but I also have the fashion girls as well as like the extra boxes, because you could have made this like a birthday kit, but I just wanted to use the cake box. I thought it was really cute. So I used that. I used the 2019 as my thankful thought. I'm using the glitter headers that are all just like ombre gradient beautiful colors, and I'm using an older Wiggle Wednesday from SPC. I believe it was called Pixie Hollow, but it's like absolutely perfect with this kit. I'm using the full box overlays from that, the glitter header overlays, and the date covers as well. But seriously, I was having kind of a rough time choosing which boxes I wanted to use because I did have so many options, but I feel like the ones that I did end up choosing turned out really cute. And then I did end up putting overlays on top of that cupcake box that I just put down, as well as the like drinks box, the box of the 2 girls, and then the cake box, because that was like my particular favorite. Like, I mean, you could have totally used that for like a birthday kit, but I thought it looked delicious and I really wanted to use it in my planner. So that's what I'm doing here, as well as putting glitter header overlays down as well. I'm also using the corners from the Wiggle Wednesday. They're not the exact same design, but they're similar enough that I figured that they would be perfect on top of that double box. I like using corners on double boxes because I feel like it brings the box together without being too overly foiled. I mean, I don't know if that's like such a thing, but you know, a girl can try. I'm also grabbing the flags from the kit and putting that down as well. I don't have any hollow flag overlays, so I'm not putting those on top. And I am going to end up whiting out the dates because the date covers are kind of white and I didn't want you to be able to see through. I made that mistake many a time, so I wanted to do that. So I'm just putting the date covers on now and the date dots on top of those. Okay, and then working on my sidebar like usual, my sidebar has stayed the same, guys. So I'm using a daily habit tracker to mark taking medicine, putting down some various washi strips with a squared off box in the middle there to mark how many weeks pregnant I am, using a pumpkin paper Kotera. I was 25 weeks pregnant this week. The baby was the size of a cauliflower. And then I put down my work schedule as well as a fashion girl. And I think it looks really cute, and that's my favorite sidebar so far. So moving on to the days of the week, on Monday, first things first, we paid daycare, so I'm using a Planner Gems crayon to mark that. And then that day we actually tried a new like Japanese sushi restaurant that's like relatively close to us, and we were really excited about it because the menu looked really good. And it was good, but I don't know, I just wasn't as impressed with this particular restaurant as I have been with the various like Japanese Asian food that we've had here. So, we probably won't go back, but I just did decide to use a quarter box with that, as well as one of these Once More with Love little like sushi rolls on top. But I did want to also put in my kind of, not disgust, but I just wasn't happy with it, so I put in a little like emotion face from Fox and Cactus. kind of just like rolling their eyes. I used a lot of Fox and Cactus this week because the pink matches so well with this kit. So I'm putting that in. And then I did want to put in a 3-heart checklist at the bottom because I had 3 like major tasks that I needed to do this day. So I'm using an important header on top, and I haven't done like a 3-heart checklist or like a checklist in a while, so it felt very strange. But like I said, I am putting that important header on top, but I needed to do 3 specific things. I needed to make an appointment for Avery's like 4-year well checkup, which is crazy. She goes once a year now. Like she used to go every 2 minutes, it felt like, but they go once a year now, which is sad. But I'll get to that soon. I also wanted to schedule a hospital tour as well as pre-register online for the hospital, so that way everything was good to go when I do go into labor. And then at the bottom, I'm using from ScribblePrintsCo these J. Crew lettered silver foiled lettered holidays. I'm using the New Year's Eve at the bottom. I wanted to use it at the bottom since New Year's Eve, I mean, yeah, it's a whole day thing, but it's like a night thing too. So I wanted to use it at the bottom. And I'm using one of the glitter sampler quarter boxes because they're just really glittery and fun, and I wanted to use those for the 2 holidays. So I'm putting the New Year's Eve on top of that, and putting that along the bottom. And then I pretty much did the exact same thing for New Year's Day, but I just put that at the top of Tuesday. I wanted them to be on like 2 opposite ends of like the days, if that made any sense, because that's just how my brain worked. So I'm just doing the exact same thing there. My New Year's Eve was very uneventful. I went to bed super early. Ever since I have been pregnant, I have just been sleeping as much as possible because I'm so tired. I feel like that's pretty normal. So I just went to sleep super, super early. Didn't do anything too crazy. So I'm putting my New Year's Day in there, and then I'm also using from Fox and Cactus from 2 different like New Year's sheets, which I'm not sure if she still has these, but I've had these for forever. From the like celebration New Year's sheet, I'm using one of the girls kind of like popping the little popper to mark Happy 2019. And then from the sort of like, I don't know how to describe the other New Year's sheet, I'll just say New Year's Eve 2.0. I'm using the girl with the alarm clock and in the bed to mark that I slept in that day. It was a great start to my year. It was really nice. So I did sleep in that day. So then I'm kind of marking off a huge chunk of time as per usual. I don't do this too often, I don't think. I think I did it once this week and once next week. I'm trying to like cut it out. I mean, I really like it, but I am trying to cut it out because like I want to be able to fill up my spreads more, but sometimes you just can't, you know? So I am doing that to put in a half box and mark that it was just a super lazy day. We didn't work, we didn't do anything. I can guarantee you, if I remember correctly, I just laid in bed and watched TV all day and didn't move and really enjoyed myself. It was a great start to the year, I'm not gonna lie. So I wanted to mark that. I did get a little bit of the washi stuck to that sticker, and it took off a little bit of ink. That's never really happened for me before, but it did happen, so I just grabbed a new one to place that down. I'm sad because I wasted that sticker, but again, how often am I going to use that? Let's be honest. So here I am just putting in a fun patterned half box. I really like the pink pattern. I think it's really fun and like, I don't know, geometric? I don't know, looks really cute. But I'm using that with a Fox and Cactus. I believe this girl is from like the winter sheet, but she is like curled up in a blanket with a remote and a bag of chips to mark that. That's pretty much what I did all Tuesday. It was a great day, I'm not gonna lie. So on Wednesday I had a doctor's appointment in the morning. It was just your basic average pregnant checkup. Nothing crazy. I was trying to decide here from Chic Street Sticker Boutique if I wanted to use one of those like post-its that I always do, but I also had this sampler that was in a hollow foil, and I was like, ooh, do I want to use this? But I felt like it took up a lot of space. So I did end up deciding to use the little post-it, and here I am just trying to match the correct purple to mark my doctor's appointment. It was a very boring appointment. There's a lot of those now. It's normal. And I'm using a Fox and Cactus Pregnant Girl to mark that because these are so cute and I have so many and I need to use them because they're precious. So I'm putting that in. And typically with my doctor's appointments nowadays, since In-N-Out is really close, we have been getting In-N-Out afterwards, especially because my doctor's appointments are right around lunchtime, so I'm always starving right afterwards. So I'm using the Fox and Cactus like takeout girl sheet, kind of curled up with french fries. To be honest, In-N-Out's french fries are garbage and I hate them, but this sticker was cute, so I wanted to use it. That day we also did go to H-E-B, so I'm using a Fox and Cactus grocery sticker. I love Fox and Cactus so much. And if I can use them, I will, to mark going to H-E-B. I did also upload this day, so I'm using from the CoffeeMonsters.co, the YouTuber emoji sheet, the upload sticker. I was like staring at it for a little bit, but I was like, it's fine, because it's green, and I didn't know if I wanted to use it, but it worked out, and I think it looks fine. It's not like a sore thumb in my spread. And then it was a super rainy day, so from CoffeeMonsters.co, I'm using a little emoji with a umbrella because I haven't marked rainy days in a while, and I just think they're kind of my favorite to mark for some reason, so I wanted to put that in. So that is my first half of the week. On Thursday, the first thing I wanted to put in was that I started watching Lohan Beach Club. It's a new show on MTV. It's such bad television. It's horrible. I love trash television. I'm using from Fox and Cactus one of the little beach, like, sunburnt girls to mark that. But it reminds me so much of, like, 2001 reality TV, like, Real World, kind of. I don't know. It's very nostalgic for me. And I feel like now I'm quite invested. So I wanted to put it in anyway because I started it this day. I started by putting in a label. I ended up pulling up that label and using one of the little quarter squared off boxes because I felt like it took up a little bit more space, and I didn't have a lot going on that day, so I did end up just pulling that up and putting down the same exact sticker, the little Fox and Cactus Beach Girl, on top of that squared off box. It just made more sense in my brain, so that's what I'm doing. And then that day we did have a Dunkin' run. We do get coffee, like I've said before, every day essentially, but I did want to put that in with a little Fox and Cactus like frap sticker. It's pink. I thought it was really cute. Then at the end of the day, I had a ton, or not I had a ton, but there was a ton of like planner hauls uploaded this day, and I was living for it. I even think I uploaded a planner haul this day, so I really wanted to mark that I watched like a ton of planner hauls this day. I was quite invested, so I'm putting a huge piece of washi down, as well as one of these pumpkin paper Girl Terras in a pile of stickers. I just thought it was so cute to mark watching a bunch of hauls because they were all like an hour to 2 hours each. It was great. And then that night I just relaxed, so I'm putting in a paper and milk little winter cozy pink girl. I really like these stickers to mark my relaxing night. Then on Friday, first and foremost, like always, I'm putting in a payday sticker, but I'm using these payday stickers from Rose Colored Days. Oh, Ray is crying outside my door right now. Honey, you don't want to cuddle. You literally just left. But anyway, so I'm using a Rose Colored Days hollow foiled payday sticker because I really wanted to use a hollow foil and not a silver, and I saw that I had these. So I'm just putting down that same like label that I always do, but I'm grabbing the payday to put down on top of that. And this day was also super boring other than work. I just went to bed super early, but before that I watched Coco with Avery, so I kind of wanted to switch those so I could put Coco in a little bit bigger. So for having an early night, I'm using from the CoffeeMonsters.co one of these little emojis in a nightie and like a little rabbit. I thought it was cute, and I don't think I've used this one yet, so I wanted to put that in for my early night. And then I'm just marking off again a huge chunk of time to mark that Avery and I watched Coco. I think it's on Netflix. We also own it, but we watched Coco. It's one of our faves. Oh my god. Coco seriously is like one of my faves. It makes me really emotional. I think it's because I always see Avery and Brian as Miguel and Hector. Not Miguel and Hector, Coco and Hector. I always see Avery and Brian. Like I just like envision them in my brain as I'm watching the movie. And it makes me like 10 times more emotional. So I love Coco. If you haven't seen it, you totally should because it's fantastic. I did just spoil like something slightly for you, but also it came out like a year or 2 years ago. So get on the train. Get on the Coco train. Me and Avery are now currently on the Wreck-It Ralph 2 train. Ralph Breaks the Internet. It's our current favorite. We've seen it quite a few times. So I'm putting a half box in there and this little Once More With Love munchkin sitting on a purple couch eating popcorn to mark that. I mean, these colors are so weird on the Once More With Love sheets, but when you can use it, use it. So the purple couch works. So then I'm going to go ahead and do my weekend banner. I always like accidentally skip over it because it's like a normal thing. I'm not using any foiled weekend banners though. I am just using the weekend banner from the kit because I don't have any hollow foiled weekend banners. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. I still think it looks pretty because I love the like gradient glitter. It's gorgeous. So I'm putting that in first. Yeah, so then on Saturday it was kind of a big day for Avery and Brian because they got to feel the baby kicking like on the outside this day. It was like the first time that both of them actually got to feel it, so I really wanted to use a box to signify that, and I actually had pulled out my Once More With Love Fangirl munchkins, and then I realized that the freebie had one on it in the box already, and I was like, this is perfect. So I wanted to mark that for them feeling kicks. I have been feeling kicks for forever, but I thought it was cute and something kind of memorable to put in. Then from the Chipotle sheet, I'm putting in the little chips. We did go to Chewy's actually for dinner, but I thought the chips worked well because I always devour those chips. And then from this amazing Pumpkin Paper Co sheet, I'm obsessed with like these like fall and winter like sampler sheets. I'm using one of the little like witchy looking girls to mark that we finished Sabrina that night on Netflix. Love Sabrina. I think it's like my current favorite Netflix original. Well, I don't know, but I really like it. And then I'm using the Fox and Cactus, little 3 fox family, because I'm just trying to use these up. But I also love them to mark, we had like a snuggly night on the couch. All of us were just kind of watching the show. Well, Avery wasn't really watching it, but we were watching it and Avery was just snuggled up with us and it was perfect. And then on Sunday, I slept in, which was so nice. So I'm putting a little piece of washi in, and then the Coffee Monsters Co. Sleep In Doodle, which these are like my personal favorites. I think they're so cute with the little pillow. And I think I mentioned before how my sleeping in, I wake up at like 6, go eat breakfast, and then come back to bed and go back to bed till like 10. That's my sleeping in. It's very nice. I like it a lot. So I'm putting that in there to mark that. And then my Sunday schedule is pretty much the same thing always. So I did laundry. So I'm using a Fox and Cactus little laundry girl to mark that because I always do laundry on Sundays. And I typically always film on Sundays too because I have off. So I'm using also from Fox and Cactus a little DSLR camera. I don't even think I used one of those this week. I just filmed the next week and I don't even think I used one. Crazy. So I put that in. And then I'm using this little like chef cooking emoji from Coffee Monsters Co. I got an egg cooker from Dash, I think is the brand, from Andrea for Christmas. I actually asked for it because it was on like BuzzFeed's top like best things or something to use for cooking, and it was so fun. I made it. It was really quick and easy, and I made hard-boiled eggs and they were fantastic. Very happy about that. So I wanted to mark that I used that for the first time that day. Then I'm using this Oh Hello Michelle like reading with your child sticker to mark reading with A. We read most of the day. And then from Toffee Bananas, this like sampler sheet that came from the SPC planner party. I'm using the girl on the iPad to mark that I ordered groceries that night. Because I think this is when I got back into HEB curbside, because I love going into the store, but I buy a lot when I go in, so I like ordering online. So that is it for my week. I'm using deco up top. I don't use any foiled fun deco because, like I said, I don't have any hollow fun foiled deco, but I still think this deco is cute, and I still think all the little hollow touches are perfect for this week. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I was like really nervous doing this first week of the plan or like the first week in my planner, because I always want the first week to be perfect because it's like the start of the year and I want everything to look great. And I definitely think I like the way this turned out a lot. I'm very, very happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.